Listen up, people. It's time for a big man reality check. Braun Strowman and Big Show delivered in that main event spot on Raw. Now, to be fair, it wasn't an overly thrilling episode of Raw, but for what they did and for the point it continues to make of mine, it was aces. I continue to battle the minds of many ignorant today's wrestling fans who are so programmed and need to see things a million miles a minute, moves that aren't sold and moves that aren't believable. And look, I've watched some of those matches and I've been entertained. One or two are fine, but not an entire show of them, not an entire generation of them. But even worse is the worshiping of this is good wrestling, is the notion of that and what is bad wrestling. That's what's worse, is what we are declaring as good and what is bad. The hate being given to big men, I can't stand it. And I'm only 6 foot tall. The hate given to anyone who's over 6'2", who doesn't use 4 super kicks in a match, and they don't move at a certain pace. Strowman and Big Show was solid, did a solid showing, and it was a reminder that when you are bigger, if you do it right, there is just such a bonus built in to being big and being able to utilize it and make everything count. One of the biggest things everyone is talking about from that match is the kip up by Braun Strowman. A kip up, you can also just call it a kick up. It's when a guy is on his back, his opponent's holding his arm, as they've been doing some chain wrestling, and then Strowman pumps his legs in the air, uses that momentum, and goes from being flat on his back to standing on his feet. We've seen Shawn Michaels and others famously do this over the years. It's something, in fact, you see a whole lot in matches with smaller guys. You see it a lot in those matches. Those faster-paced matches, they probably do it 5-6 times sometimes. Strowman did it once. Strowman did it once, and we are still buzzing about it. Now, of course, his freakish size draws attention to it, but that's my point. People wonder why there are big guys in WWE and why WWE still has this fetish for big guys like Strowman, who was taken from the powerlifting world, put on the WWE main roster when he had only a handful of matches that not one of them was on television down in NXT. He was their project because they saw moments like this and bigger ones in their future. They saw the size that you can't teach. They saw the athletic ability that you can't teach. And they knew that they could teach him the fundamentals of being in the ring, the psychology. The project is still going and looking oh so shiny. This is a TV entertainment business. Big guys are always going to provide something of an advantage, even if not 7 foot tall, like Braun Strowman. Pacing and the placement of moves to get the reaction at the right time is huge. That's what this art is built on. I'll give you an example if you're not understanding inside of the squared circle. I'll give you an example. Imagine sitting on the side of the road. You're watching a one-lane road. In a matter of 10 minutes, you see 10 cars go by on that road. 8 of them go 50 miles per hour or faster. 2 cars go 25 miles per hour or slower as they roll by you. The slower cars is what you remember. Everything else becomes the norm. Everything else was going so fast you didn't get any detail of what the car was, what color, anything. But the 2 that rolled by nice and slow, you have every and a detail and attention-grabbing moment with it. That, my friends, summed up for the stupid is why Braun Strowman and Big Show turned the lights out Monday night. It's Wrestling Reality, presented by Ticket King.